Hello, friends. How are you doing today? So, today is a recording of a live I did inside my group I have on Facebook, the Total Wellness Community. A couple people had some questions about losing summer weight and, also COVID weight as we've been sitting inside all these months, right? So long, a year or two now. It's such a blur, I feel like. And so every now and then I put a poll up to know what everybody would like for me to talk about. And then I go live so people can ask me questions and we can just do all the things. So today I'm just going to play the recording of that I did the other day. Depending on when you're listening, we are in the end of August, end of August. Okay. So we were just talking about weight loss, just some good ways, talking about some nutrition, some good lifestyle changes and all that. So hope you enjoy it. Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. My name is Clarissa Booker, and I'm your life and wellness coach, and also a beauty expert. I am so happy and grateful that you are here. We'll be discussing all things health and wellness, feeling empowered, and loving yourself more, while connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Always know that you can manifest whatever you desire for your greater well-being in your life, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. All right, so the summer is coming to an end. And fall will be here in a few weeks. Wonderful. And so we're going to try to reset our bodies and everything. So just some quick tips going over for weight loss, okay? For one, the best thing is to focus on your nutrition. The working out is always important, but it's nutrition, then weight training, and then the cardio. And, there's always the mindset involved in there as well, and the other lifestyle habits. So first, let's talk a little bit about the nutrition, all right? So with the nutrition, it's best for your weight loss and your health to eat a predominantly plant-based diet. I'm not saying that you have to be vegan, but the more plates on your plate, the better. And that's unprocessed. Because, for example, you still can be vegan or vegetarian and you still can eat unhealthy because you still can eat a lot of processed food. So the goal is not to eat processed food, okay? So whether you eating a lot of vegetables, your fruit, and honestly, fruit is very good for you. Like berries, it's full of antioxidants, and just like all of the things, it's a wonderful. And even if you are diabetic, fruit is okay. It's a natural sugar, and it actually is good for you to have those carbs. All right, these are good carbs. The carbs that people want you to stay away from are the processed sugars and the refined flour, all those things, okay? Carbs are not bad. It's just the kind of carbs, because it's good to eat vegetables, it's good to eat fruit and all these things. It's just the fattery and the sugary foods, okay? So eating a plant-based diet, a way of life. And for one, you don't want to be overly restrictive, because if you're overly restrictive, then it's like you can't sustain it. And we want this to be sustainable. Sometimes people are cutting out like whole food groups and your body is missing the nutrients that it needs, for one. And so your body needs the nutrients so that when you do eat something, your body is going to hold on to it, okay? It's going to hold on to it, and it does the opposite of what you want it to do. And it winds up gaining weight, and then that also happens when you are starving yourself. It's one thing to do intermittent fasting when you stop eating at like 9 p.m. and you didn't eat for like 8 hours and you wake up and you have like a breakfast. That's different than starving yourself, because your body needs nutrient-dense foods for you to function, for you to have energy, and for you to sustain life, okay? This is very much necessary. And if you don't, your body goes into starvation mode. So ideally, if you're not eating a heavy plant-based way of eating, like some people be like, I'm vegan and I'm still gaining weight. It's because they're eating processed foods, all right? It's all about the quality of the food that you are eating, all right, guys? That's what's important, all right? And so you can start by having about, I like to say 70% of your plate be plant-based, whether that's your vegetables. So if you're eating like spinach, quinoa, Quinoa you could use there also, and then your fruits, and just making a large portion of your plate plant-based. And then also, this is going to improve your health as well. So if you are diabetic, if you have heart disease, and a lot of the conditions that we might have sometimes, whenever you start fixing your nutrition, you fight disease naturally. You can fight disease or feed disease. Okay, it's that's just the way it is, cut and dry. And so a lot of times we don't want to focus on our nutrition. And this is something that we can do for ourselves, right? This is something that we can do. So improving your nutrients in your diet is so beneficial. I mean, so beneficial, right? And then you'll get the energy. It's going to improve your metabolism. Just all of the things, all right? So doing the plant-based. And so it's not about the way you're eating, like the diet that people want to say they're on. It's just about eating as clean as you can. Can you have an off day? Yes. If you eat healthy the majority of the time, if you go out to eat with your friends or your spouse, and you're like, okay, I would like to have a piece of cake for dinner as a dessert, this one time, it's okay. It just should not be something that you do every single day, because that's not going to be beneficial to your body. Your body's not going to get the nutrients that it needs, all right? So just being mindful of that. So it's not about being perfect. Nothing is perfect. It's not about that. It's about just eating an ideal way that's feeding your body the nutrients that it needs so that you can heal. And then it's not even about focusing on weight, because once you start taking care of yourself and providing yourself with that self-care, then everything just normally happens. Your weight starts going off naturally. Your weight goes to that healthy weight. If you have a health condition, that starts evening out. And me just focusing on living a healthier lifestyle in general, I mean, it will help you heal. So if you have high cholesterol, so if you're on the verge of a disease, I mean, ideally, we do not want to wait until we get a diagnosis. We want to prevent that, and so just doing these things will help you, okay? And another thing, we do not need to count calories, all right? If you focus on the quality of your food, then it takes care of itself, because 1,000 calories of eating candy or chips or cake is different than eating 1,000 calories of broccoli, all right? Very, very different. A lot of times, if you go to a professional, depending on what the professional is in there and what you are paying them for, if you be like, I just want to lose this weight fast, which is not what we want. If you might lose a couple of pounds faster in the first week, that might be like water weight or something like that. But slower is better. So there is nothing wrong with losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, on top of that, if you're lifting weights, which is ideal, lifting weights is better than just doing a whole bunch of cardio. Okay, their weight could stay the same because muscle is more dense than fat. It looks sleeker and sexier. Okay, yes, look. Don't you feel good when you put on a nice dress and some heels? I know I do. Do you not? And this comes from the muscle being toned. All right, the muscle. And so this comes from the weight. So your nutrition and lifting. I'm not saying you got to turn into a bodybuilder unless you want to, but just starting with something. Just do as much as you can. You can start with a lighter weight and just add it in. And you'll feel great. You'll feel strong. Strong is sexy, okay? And so just doing that, but it is really good. But you do not have to focus on the calories. Say if you are going, sometimes you might go to a trainer or a different kind of professional for nutrition or health or something, depending on what it is. Or let's say you're with a personal trainer and his job is to help you lose weight efficiently. And sometimes he might just be like, okay, well, she wants to lose 10 pounds right now. So he might be like, okay, count these calories. But you cannot live off 1,200 calories. I'm going to tell you this right now. You cannot live off 1,200 calories. It's not healthy. And your body is starving. And especially if you are working out, you need more. You need more calories. Some people might get freaked out. But no, honey, you need to eat, okay? You need food in your body. So eat food, good food, nutrient-dense food. But listen to your body when you feel full. like putting the fork down in between your bites, okay? So if you sit there and then you notice that you do the little pushback, you kind of pause and you lean back a little bit, you're full. And it's okay, just stop eating. You're good. And if you're eating the nutrient dense food, you'll get filled up, and you won't be overeating, because if you're eating food that doesn't have any nutrients in it, then you're eating more because your body is craving those nutrients. Okay. So it's still looking for it and looking for it. Right. And so it's counterproductive, right? It's counterproductive. Then you wind up binging. You wind up overeating. Okay. And this is not what we want. All right. So eating the other food, and my nose is so itchy. And it's a lot of times it's about how you prepare your food. Just buy a whole bunch of spices. Just go have fun. Okay. It's about how you prepare the food. You can get some spices and some herbs, and you can create anything. You can look at different recipes if you want to and get some ideas. I also have a 2-week cleanse that I'll talk about later if I don't forget. I need to write a note of that. And so that's what it's more about, instead of counting the calories. Because a lot of times that will also stress you out. And stress also is not good. Right? I'm always talking about stress management. I believe so firmly in this. Okay, guys. I mean, stress is not good for your mind, your body, your soul. It just wreaks havoc. And so it's like, sometimes you don't even realize it. Sometimes people get into major health problems because of their stress. It's just a vicious cycle. And for instance, with the stress, now the cortisol is going to raise your cortisol, and, which contributes to overeating. It's going to affect your insulin and your blood sugar. It's going to raise it up, and then it's going to make you crave sugary, fatty foods. So this is also for stress. I mean, like, for instance, if you are stressed out and you're just having just a crazy day, because it can happen to all of us, because we just people running around, doing our things and living our little life. Okay. It happens, and it will. So I'm just saying, just deep breathing. I love meditation, breath work, all the different kinds changed my life. Okay. And even yoga, because yoga is meditative. So there's many different kinds of meditation, guys. You could just sit there, you can listen to music and just chant mantras, or just think about a positive thought, or just breathing, or just listening to music. There's just so many different ways. There's walking meditations. You can listen to a guided meditation. I mean, I even had some guided meditations on my podcast. I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be doing a 21 series. I just need to sit down and do a time block for it, because meditation just saved my life. It just changed it so much. Because I used to be like super stressed out. Sometimes I still catch myself and be like, look, sis, you need to talk to myself. You need to sit down. You need to get it together and just do some breathing. And the breathing exercises are phenomenal. You can do them anywhere. I mean, you could do, for instance, taking 4 deep breaths in, holding for 4, and releasing for 4. Or you can even release for like 6. Just release it a little slow, and doing this slowly and methodically. And it calms your nervous system. And, the parasympathetic, it just relaxes you. I mean, it's amazing. Just do it next time you feel stressed out, or just do it now as you're watching this or listening to this. You will feel it. And so if you are having a stressed out day, for example, sit there and check in with yourself. How do I feel today? How do I feel? Am I hungry? For one, make sure you're hungry. Sometimes we're just bored and we want to eat, or we're stressed out when we want to eat. We can eat for all kinds of emotions, right? Happy, sad, congratulatory, or, just all the things. Just making sure you're hungry. And then try taking some deep breaths before you eat, just to center yourself. Okay. And it can definitely help. And it'll get your cortisol back level. And, doing this whenever you feel stressed out, so that you don't go run and grab the cookies when you're in the store. Like somebody cut you off and you're like, look, they got me late. I need to get home. My family need me, and these fools, people be driving crazy sometimes, right? Not you though. Right? And so then let's say you went into the gas station and you decide to go pay inside and you just grab some cookies or something. You did that because you stressed out and you're just like, I need something, do the deep breathing. Oh my God, you will love it. Just do the deep breathing. Okay, sis, just do that, because you crave the sugary, fatty foods. You really do. So try just doing some meditations. And then you also can journal that down, figuring out what is triggering me. Just different times, like what is having me feel triggered. Okay. And also, so we talked about moving your body. So if you are not used to working out a lot, I suggest just starting with walking. As you work out more, you're going to start doing more exercises. You might start jogging. You might do a spin class, get a Peloton. Just there's so many, and there's like apps galore. You're talking about a fitness app, is fitness apps everywhere, just like there's meditation apps everywhere, okay? And just find activities. So you can do some kind of cardio that's good for your heart. We need a strong heart so you can keep going. And then just finding some kind of lifting to incorporate as well. So movement and strength, we want to be strong because, our muscles, they can start getting a little softer, especially as we get older, right? We want them to be strong. Sleeping. Sleep's different for everybody. I mean, sometimes I do not get much sleep, but I try my best to make myself go to sleep. So I try to at least get 7 hours. That's the goal. Sometimes it doesn't always go that way, but I try. I feel so much better when I get my sleep in. So I have my phone, and my phone has like a little sleep thing on it. So it always dings me like 45 minutes before I say I want to go to sleep. And so it helps winding me down. So it's like that wind down hour, besides it's like wind down 45 minutes. So I may like have some tea, read a book. Sometimes I watch TV, but it is not good to go to sleep after watching the news, in my opinion. So I try to get a book in. And sometimes you do get out there and you just start watching. It's like, oh, is this what really was going on in the world today? So sometimes I try to read a good book, drink my tea. Tea helps soothe the soul. I have all kinds of tea, all kinds of tea. There's tea stores all over the place now. I use loose leaf tea a lot, but also have like regular green tea bags. So you don't have to get the loose leaf tea. I have both. But sometimes I just feel like just popping the little water in there and putting in a tea bag. So both things. One's not better than the other. I use both ways. So try having some tea. And it's good for calming. And tea is actually good for your digestion, which you want to have good digestion, right? Foods that are good in eating and digestion is really good, right? And let's talk about GI foods. So we do want to make sure we're getting our proteins in there, our complex carbs, because as I said before, all carbs are not bad, right? So you want to try to at least get complex carbs in there. So you can eat your fruits, your green vegetables, veggies and fruits and veggies. Love it. Okay. Especially a lot of veggies on your plate. And so unsaturated fats are good. So we got your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. You still can have your fats in moderation. I mean, I love avocado. I don't know about you, but I love avocado. So nutrient dense food. So just like that goes back to the calories. Okay, guys? It's not about the calories. It's about the quality of the food, right? So you don't have to do that. And 1,200 calories is not a lot, but there are some people that tell you that. But if you notice, if you are doing that, you're probably hungry and you're probably sleepy and you're trying to figure out why are you so lethargic? Because you're hungry. That's why. You need to eat. You need some food in your body, okay? So eat some food. Eat some food. And our metabolism just kind of gets thrown off and we're not feeding it. Your body will take so much better care of you when you start eating more nutrient dense foods. Weight will just fall off of you automatically because when you're starving, your body is eating up your muscle. Okay? And that's not what we want. We want less fat and more muscle. So your body is starving and it's inflaming and it's going to start eating up your muscle and then you have more fat there. Not the goal. Okay? Yes, not the goal at all. So the high GI foods, like for example, The glycemic index. It's like, let's see, the rate of sugar delivery from the food into your body, right? Into your bloodstream. So for example, oranges. You could have orange juice and you could have oranges, right? An orange, like the fruit. They both could have the same amount of sugar per se, but the orange juice is going to raise it higher because it's going to hit the bloodstream faster because it's missing the fiber that the orange has, right? So I would say instead of juicing, eat the whole orange, right? Because the orange juice is just hitting your system so fast, right? It's hitting it so fast. So it's converting in your bloodstream really faster. So the whole fruits, real whole food is key, all right? So sleep, moving our body, exercise, movement, exercise, however you want to, whatever you want to call it, baby. Just get out there and just move your body. It should be a way of life every day, ideally. But if you're used to being sedentary, just start with 30 minutes of walking. You will feel great. Look, put your shoes by the door, or if you're going into an office, put the bag in your car, okay? Set yourself up for success, okay? Set yourself up for success, right? Because you deserve this. You deserve this for yourself, and you deserve to live a long life and be healthy for the people that you love and that love you back, okay? I really want you to do this for yourself, especially. All right? And know why you're doing this. It's the dress is cute, but we know it's deeper than that. Okay? And I'm really big on journaling. So journal how you're feeling. If you feel triggered, write it down. You know, like I have wellness journals, for instance. And in those journals, there's a place for your nourishment, which is your food, your water intake, how many hours of sleep you've gotten, your daily intentions, what you are grateful for, because that is so important. Knowing what you're starting each day, what you're grateful for, it's wonderful, okay? And then there's meditation in there. All these components for self-care that we should do for ourselves is in there. All right? So I hope this helped you guys. Oh, one last thing. No scales. I know it's hard. If I had my way, you all throw your scale away and put it in the garage. Okay, but no, you're not going to do it. So look, hide it. Tell your friend or your husband or somebody to hide, your significant other to hide your scale. Look, take measurements and take a progress pic. And don't do measurements every single day because it takes time, especially if you've been living a certain way and you've been treating your body a certain way. It's going to take time. Okay, for instance, if you got to the place you are today in 10 years, what makes you think it's going to reverse in 2 weeks? You got to write down what you want to do and make it sustainable and not too restrictive. And just do the work, okay? And just do the work and stick to it because consistency is key. All right. That's what you got to do. Be consistent with everything. And it will come. You just have to believe in yourself. Believe that it's coming. Give it to God. And know that what you desire is on its way to you. Okay. Love you guys. All right. Bye. Hey guys. I hope you enjoyed that live that we did the other day in the Facebook group. And I am inviting you to come on out and hang out with us. You can go to bit.ly/wellbeing group. And the link is also down there in the bottom of the show notes. And we will see you soon. All right. Until next time.
If you like my mommy show, leave her a review. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. And if you enjoyed the show, I would love for you to head over to iTunes, subscribe, share, and leave a written review at Miracles in Wellness. I would love to know your thoughts and what you would like for me to talk about next. Also, let's connect on Instagram at Clarissa D. Booker. Until next time, love and light.